Welcome to episode 3 in the Tweak series. This one we're going to be doing a tiny bit differently than the past two. The other ones I did the first hit, somebody got really close, and then the second hit, and they finished it off. This one we're going to show what happens when you don't do that, which oddly enough seems to happen quite a bit in our clan. So the first hit here is going to be very close, almost successful. The second hit, somebody decides, fuck it all, I'm going to do something totally different, and big surprise, big shock, they do worse. Then the third hit, which is actually the sixth hit in this case, it's okay, is the one that actually finishes it off and is close to what the first hit was. So taking a look at the space real quick, Funky Butt Lovin' comes at it first and does a little queen walk, Valk, charge kind of thing. Bombs, you could probably guess, maybe one there. Something going on here in the core, a lot of blank spaces. Aside from that, not a whole lot of bombs. I know, not the best base in the world, but kind of, just it's what I got. It fit the theme I wanted to do for this video, so I apologize. This is what was really important though. This baby dragon comes down with the archer, takes out that, do some funneling here. Goes ahead and goes to the cannon next, which was a little bit of a surprise. Or no, goes to the lab, my apologies. And then gets the cannon and also pulls out the CC. But this is where part of the problem was created. It only gets some of it because the baby dragon is an air troop, so only things come out that target air. Queen came down, killed a couple buildings. Super easy funnel because off to the left there is nothing there. So a very easy funnel. Both poisons were used, and then the queen continues to walk. Steps forward and engages the enemy queen. And even though it was only a level 10, ability and rage burned. So a little bit unfortunate there. Queen breaks in. Wall breakers all get shot down. And here come the loons out of the clan castle, which the baby dragon did not pull. Fresh hit. This is the unknown stuff that I talk about, where fresh hits, you don't know what's in there. So it's more difficult. And because of those loons, got a drop off. Queen goes down. Healers just got behind. They switch to the golem, which is one thing that I'm not sure if I've mentioned in other videos, but I've been kind of preaching it a little bit in clan chat recently. Is I'm not a fan of golems with closed queen walks at all, because the healers will transition to the golem, which is cool as long as the golem is taking damage. But more often than not, the golem goes and tanks one or two things, and then it goes off and starts banging on a wall, and the healers never switch to the Valks or the King, because oftentimes they are smaller troop space compared to the golem. So we'll go through and speed this up here. There's a bomb, kind of predicted. Nothing in the core, so that was kind of interesting. The Valks circle around, starting to lose a little bit of steam there. King and the barbarians go ahead and bang out a couple more buildings there, and they actually make a really good push. Golem finds another bomb there, so we got 2 out of 4 bombs, it looks like. And Golem's gonna finish off the cannon there. And while it wasn't the cleanest, and it does kind of die out at the end, only one true defense is left, that wizard tower, and it is a 90%. So overall, with the first hit, wasn't pretty, but it was actually relatively close. So the second hit here that we're going to look at is by Jim, who does the exact opposite of what I preach and goes and does something totally different. Now this is going to be kind of weird because yesterday I just did the video. 006 is awesome and amazing, but this one he goes and he totally flubs it and does something different. So the awesome part about the first one is you know the clan castle, you know where the bombs are, you have knowledge. And when you switch to an air attack, most of that knowledge becomes useless. Most of the time. So the clan castle comes out, golem tanks, heroes go in, king uses the ability, goes ahead and takes out the enemy queen there. Queen snipes an air defense. I'm not sure if he was going for 2. I imagine he was just going for 1 because they're all kind of spread apart. But Lava Hound comes in, and a lot of the balloons Took a lot of damage there. Kind of speed through this here. And while the Lava Hounds are on the air defenses, a lot of the other buildings just aren't being tanked here. You can see that Tesla farm in the core just shot down all of the balloons who came in from the right hand side because the Lava Hound is on the air defense over here on the left. Queen died, and then Lava Hound goes to the other one, balloons go towards the middle, and then the Teslas shoot them down. So there was knowledge from the first attack of where stuff was, but Jim switched up and decided to do an air attack. And this is what happened. So Teslas shoot the rest of the pups down, and we end up with a much worse attack overall. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 defenses are still up. The town hall doesn't really matter per se, but the number of defenses up does. So that's kind of what happens most of the time when you try to do your own thing and be creative on your second attack and not just follow what the first person did, as long as the first attack was fairly good. The final person to hit this, as I said, there was a couple attacks in between, but we're not going to go through those, is Rick here, who follows very similar to Funky, and he took the good parts that he liked from Funky's attack, the info that he learned and he liked, and then he made some changes where stuff went wrong. So this baby dragon, starting off with that again, because it did get some good value out of that. Goes ahead and takes out the lab, moves into the cannon, and it pretty much creates one side of the funnel. Unfortunately, it goes down just a tiny bit before the cannon's finished off, but because Rick knows what's in the clan castle, he is able to send, there they are, a hog in to finish up and get the rest of the lure plus finish the cannon. Queen takes care of the baby dragon and the wizard there, and here come the balloons very slowly. Unfortunately, he used both poisons on the beginning. Knowing what was in there, he probably should have saved one, and it's almost a very close call here. One bomb drop gets off, which as you can see, that was close. Good thing you have a level 26 queen. So the baby dragon and the hog created one side of the funnel. The queen created the other side. Here come the Valks, jump spell straight across, and the queen's going to walk to the left there and down that channel. Valks king heads straight into the core. Here comes a couple of hogs on the right hand side to get the defenses that aren't in the core. The hogs are the Valks were silly and banged their way out, which is very unfortunate, but life will go on. Queen uses the ability as she fights the king. Valks head back into the core. So you can see a very similar type attack. Baby dragon in the beginning. The queen walk, he just started in a little different place. Knowing what was in the clan castle, he was able to handle it more appropriately, and his queen survived the entire time. But he did a sort of similar thing with the pathing. So you can see the similarities, but you can also see some of the differences and the tweaks that he made to make it successful. So guys, a little bit different. Hope you liked it. Again, if somebody does the first attack and they're super successful, especially if it's a ground to an air, that's just a super big no-no in my book. I think you're going to fail more often than you're going to succeed. So, but I don't know. There you go. Let me know what you guys do if you like to change it up from ground to air or anything. Appreciate it.